kid in the 80s.
Welcome back, allies. It's me, Larry, Jim, Larry, and we had a very, very interesting time down there at Eternia Dreams not too long ago.
Absolutely, and during our live broadcast, there were any number of things that took place. And
they're still for sale for $15,000. You get 2 action figures. I'm telling you, they're absolutely amazing. Invite them over. You guys can play, a board game together. You might have to roll for the characters, but you can do a very good board game. What are you upset about?
Good Lord. In any case, folks, one of the things that we had the opportunity to highlight during the show was a packaging issue. Now, I don't know how many people out there are Hasbro Pulse buyers.
Oh man, I was really picky and
oh god. Okay, so
digging into that thing.
Let me just say this. Hasbro, if you happen to get tagged in this or you happen to watch this or whatever, I swear to you this is constructive criticism. I'm not trying to pick on Hasbro. I'm not trying to crap all over them. We are not ones to bury anybody.
Oh, no.
That's not what we do.
The job of this show is not to bury anybody for the sheer reason, because if we just start insulting people...
That's not good.
That's gatekeeping, and that's something that we're... If anything, we will bury gatekeepers, if anything.
It achieves nothing. So that's not what we're trying to do here. But one of the things that I have to say is that for an organization that is now attempting to reach out to fans and be fan-specific...
Not good. Not good.
Hasbro is having a major problem with packaging. And specifically, the way that they're sending things to a collector. If I order something from Hasbro and it's coming in a package... I'm expecting that to arrive case fresh. Mm-hmm. In other words, it should have no damage to the box. There should be no way the box could have been damaged for this toy because it wasn't on a retail shelf.
Yeah.
It's coming direct from the manufacturer, except that the way these toys are being packaged in order to send them in the mail, and this has happened to me several times with them now. The first time I chalked it up to them being brand new. You remember what I'm talking about because I opened it in front of you.
Yes.
It was the Tatooine skiff that they had put out early on when Hasbro Pulse started. Well, recently I purchased...
My goodness, that is a long...
It's a while ago
long time ago. That's part of our Lost episode.
Yes. But recently I purchased the Gigawatts Transformer that was the Transformer based on the DeLorean. And even after all this time... Oh, man. So what we did was we demonstrated the difference between someone sending you a package that doesn't give a damn about how it shows up to you and somebody that actually cares in the form of Eternia Dreams. What we had occasionally at Eternia Dreams, auctions take place, and if somebody doesn't pay the bill, well, by that time they've already packaged this stuff ready to send out. So what we were able to do is we took one of those packages that had not been paid for, whatever, they needed to be opened in order to be restocked anyway. So we opened it live on the air to show you, and the box from Hasbro, we opened live to demonstrate the difference. Take a look. I'm very depressed. That this toy dodged me.
I know you missed out on this one, but you could spend $15,000 for those beautiful action figures that are right over there.
Sure.
And you could take them home.
Sure, me without my checkbook.
And you could put them, like, for Thanksgiving dinner, if you don't have any family that's going to come over, you could set them up and they can come and use them as guests.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, for $15,000, you could have 2 friends.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure that people watching, we're just going to skip right over that. I'm sure that the people watching have seen some of Alan's auctions, which of course are the cornerstone for what happens here at Eternia Dreams. The auctions are fantastic. I have been here for many of them and watched thousands of dollars of merchandise, fly through here.
The first time we were down here at Eternia Dreams at the old location in Tawnytown, we were there for what was the largest G.I. Joe auction in the area.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. If you go to our YouTube page, you can see the footage on that. And it was just insane, the amount of stuff. And it's still like that if you come into the store.
It's still very much like that.
But one of the things that has truly made Alan successful is the fact that he goes way over and above with respect to packaging stuff when it goes out to you. In every auction, I have people that are new, and they will ask, well, what is it like when Alan wraps it? Can we depend on our toys getting there? We're spending so much money and everything else. And yes, you can. Of course, we all vouch for them that have bought from him. But what I wanted to show you is the difference between when somebody cares and send something the right way,
and then corporate
America,
corporate toy stores decide to send you a bunch of stuff.
So this came from to me. I'm going to cover my address there before I put this up there. This came from Hasbro Pulse. This is one of the collectibles that they charge an incredible amount of money for, and you put on pre-order, and it comes to you. And when I got this, so we're going to open this.
Before you open that, what is actually in there?
So what is in here is, or theoretically should be in here, is the
Whoa, Rambo, what's going on over there?
Well,
and now you're going to stick the blade towards me, so when you slip,
absolutely,
there goes my throat.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It is for me.
I prefer not to see the hospitals of Maryland.
Well, in any case, it's supposed to be Gigawatts.
Gigawatts?
Which is the transformer in the form of the DeLorean. And, of course, this has never seen a shelf. This is boxed. And fortunately, it seems to have survived. I don't know how. There's the toy.
Oh.
This is the extent of the packaging.
We do have damage.
Oh, yeah, we
do have damage. Look at that. The corner was a little roughed up, and if you see a little bit closer, there's a little bit of a tear and a rip, and there's definitely a tear down there. So yeah, that's what you get when you put airbags in a box. And
this was supposed to be a collectible toy from an arm of a international company that is servicing the collector, and this is the way they send a brand new toy that should not have any shelfware or any damage on it. And as you can see, it was not well done. If, on the other hand, you are shopping with Attorney of Dreams and you order from one of the auctions that Alan is running.
Yeah, like a $15,000 action figure, which is on sale right now, right here in this store. $15,000, you can get 2 new friends.
If in case you hadn't noticed, Larry is desperate to sell those things by any means necessary.
Any means necessary.
I'm sure that Larry will kill a mule if you ask him to. In any case, look at this. This is the way that Attorney. Look at all this extra bubble wrap we have, and then the individual figures are wrapped again. We've got 2 Star Wars figures here. All this bubble wrap. And here's the best part. Alan doesn't charge for handling fees. Now, you'll pay the shipping, of course, which is the actual cost of shipping the item, and you'll be able to match that up to the sticker on the box. But he doesn't charge for the bubble wrap. He doesn't charge for the boxes. He doesn't charge you those extra fees. And you can see how well packaged this is. So if you are ever concerned about buying in an auction from Alan, you have absolutely zero to worry about, because this is the way, and it doesn't matter if it's one figure that you paid $1 for or 2 massive ones that you paid $15,000 for.
So for $15,000, you can go home with your action figures professionally wrapped in a box, and they don't charge for shipping. Well, they charge for shipping. They don't charge for packing and wrapping. But you know, those $15,000 action figures are going to make it to your house no matter what. I'm looking at them right now. They're still on the shelf, which means if you come down here to Attorney of Dreams, right here at the Midtown Mall, you can walk away with $15,000 worth of action figures. If you do that, who's going to run the board?
We'll find someone. And there's the difference. You saw it live. You saw me cut through the shipping tape.
Yeah, I saw you almost try to slit my throat,
Oh,
too.
you're all right. You were fine.
What the hell?
But the point being is that
Those action figures are still on sale for $15,000. That's the point.
not those particular ones we took out of the box.
No, not those ones.
For those of you that don't know what he's talking about, Alan has a set of the Masters of the Universe Giants from the original line. Very, very rare. Very hard to come by. They were taken out of the box, but they're back in a box. Titus has a replacement armor for him. But other than that, they are both completely original and everything. It is $15,000 for the set. If you're interested, I'm going to put some contact information down here on the screen. By all means, hit up Alan about that.
And tell him that we sent you.
And there is a 4-month payment plan available on those. But
and I'm hoping we get a 10% commission.
So do I. But getting back to the point at hand here, you saw it there, folks. I mean, that's.
And I was big, and I don't want to seem like I was trying to be cruel to the poor people at Hasbro Pulse.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know how much, because you're talking about a major company here.
But
how much is...
We were really nitpicking the hell out of that box.
But it was a mess.
It was a mess.
It was a mess. And,
no, I mean,
for
how
something,
the package, how Gigawatt's
sure.
packaging was.
And what it looked like after being jostled around in there because it was in there loose. Now, look, I'm not, again, and I don't know how much Hasbro themselves was aware. You know, maybe they hire somebody to do the distribution. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't know how much the executives at Hasbro who make these decisions are aware of what's actually going on.
Do you know where
at that level
shipped from?
I did not even really look on that box, to tell you the truth. But the bottom line is this, is that when you have a small business, a legitimate small business that is doing 10 times the work that Hasbro is, it's a problem. It really, really is a problem, because now you've got a standard being set by Alan and his team.
Right.
And you're telling me that a multi-million-dollar company can't compare with that? And another thing to point out is that Alan and his team, they don't charge for shipping. Or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. They charge actual price shipping, meaning that when you have the auction and you buy the item, they take the item, they put it in the box, they measure the box and weigh the box. And what the United States Postal Service says, this is what it costs to ship, that's what you get charged.
Right.
You don't get charged any handling fees. So in other words, Alan's never charging for the bubble wrap.
Right.
He's never charging for the boxes.
Yep.
He's never charging for the fact that he's got to pay an employee to go through the process of packaging that up and sending that out. Or to try and recover the cost for the people who don't pay, who now not only denied him the amount of money for the item that they bought, but also the money that he lost having the thing packaged up and all that information sent out for them only to not pay anyway. So there you go, folks. I mean, there, again, customer service at an expert level over here, yet over here at Hasbro.
Well, let's talk about a couple of things that I just recently got that came through the mail.
Okay.
One being, and you're going to see this, is I have an extensive Lego collection.
Yes, you do.
Like a very, very extensive Lego collection that just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And one of the products that I got wasn't shipped properly. And thankfully, it was just the box that got damaged. And, I mean, you know, the best part about Lego is it comes in pieces as it is.
Sure.
So, like, I was very, very fortunate that some of the base plates that I have just have little hairline fracture cracks in it. But we'll get to that.
But if you were an inbox collector...
But if I was an inbox collector, I would have been furious with how some of this stuff showed up to my house.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing if they're going to acknowledge the collector community and sell to us, but then they've got to do so in a way that says we understand what you're after and they're working to providing us the, you know, what we want.
And here's the thing with being part of, well, there's many things being part of the collector community, but once you're in the collector community, it means that you have acknowledged that you're willing to spend more money than just a casual fan.
Well, and that's, I think you see that at Hasbro Pulse. I mean, especially with the crowdfunding projects they've had, such as Unicron, which I think was $600, or the Katana, which is Jabba the Hutt sail barge. I think that was another one that was like $600, which now on the secondary market are astronomically expensive. But even when those things arrived, yes, they were in a mailer box, but there was nothing around them. There was, I mean, it wasn't like the mailer box was considerably bigger that they could put padding or anything like that. I mean, it literally barely could get out of the box because it was so skin tight to them. What kind of protection is that?
And again, that's how one of my major Lego sets came. It wasn't, but there's like the box, then a thin layer of hoo-ha, and then the brown packaging that goes over the box.
Yeah.
And then that was it. I mean, it doesn't give you any wiggle room. I mean, you know, I prefer to have that airbag, whatever the hell that stuff is.
Well, I remember Alan telling me a story where he had sent out an inbox, I believe it was Snake Mountain, to somebody. And the box, it's the outer box, the shipping box, got completely trashed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there were photos of it. It was annihilated. But that package inside, that classic vintage Snake Mountain box was perfect.
Wonderful.
There was enough bubble wrap and enough protection around that thing that it went where it was going. And when the owner said, you know, his heart sunk and when he saw the box, but then when he opened it up, how relieved he was to see that his item was perfect.
Yeah.
And in that case, even if it had arrived and been damaged, you know, it's not like the Postal Service could have blamed Alan for it. Alan did everything possible. They'd have been paying up on that insurance policy, which is another thing, folks. If you're going to buy from Alan and you buy through one of his auctions and it's an expensive item, even though he packages as well as he does offer you the opportunity to add insurance to the package if you want, and I highly recommend it. If there's anything I have learned from 20 years of collecting, when you put insurance on a package with the United States Postal Service, and especially if you go overboard with the insurance, they will make sure that thing gets there completely unassaulted. I remember years ago, this is back when it was really cheap to do so. It's not so much anymore. So this dates back probably about 18 years ago. I remember sending a package and I put insurance on it for $100,000.
Oh, wow.
And that package arrived in 12 hours to where it was going. It was hand-delivered. And the guy that I sent it to called me and said, dude. He was so shocked. And it's the only thing we could come up with was I had insured it for so much money. They were horrified at the idea that this thing would get damaged. And because it was going one state away, they made sure they made sure he had it in his hands before they walked away. So insurance does matter, folks.
And now that we're hanging, and again, yes, insurance does matter because you got to remember we're in the secondary market now. So now
absolutely.
We're playing around with no net. I mean, if you order from Hasbro Pulse and your hoo-ha gets broken.
Yeah, you might be able to call them and like had you ordered something like that katana and it arrived damaged because they didn't package it correctly. I'm sure they kept a handful in reserve that they could have said, oh, well, there's one damage. I know that, I know Matty Collector used to do it with the Masters of the Universe Classics line where they kept so many in storage just in case there was a customer service issue that they could handle. I assume that Hasbro Pulse does the same thing. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But, why do that when an ounce of prevention worth a pound of cure if you could wrap that thing well and make sure that it gets where it's going without being damaged.
Right. But again, like I said, we're on the secondary market now, which means if Alan decided that he wanted to send you something that wasn't wrapped properly and it broke,
it's hard to replace.
There is no other one.
Yeah.
It's just that one. He might have 3 general
flags.
Yeah.
The USS flag. 4 of them.
He has 4 USS flags in his store, right? Okay.
At the time of this recording. If 2 of those got damaged, that's it. They're gone. Yeah.
They aren't making them anymore.
Well, and it's not even like they're in the same condition necessarily.
No, they aren't.
So if you bought one that's super minty and in the box and then didn't insure it, and even though Alan packaged it crazy, the Postal Service damages it if you don't have it insured for not only the item, but the cost of finding another one in that condition. So that's where folks, I'm telling you, if it's $1,000 item, I'd insure that thing for $8,000.
Yeah,
I really would.
And we're a niche audience now. Because we're a niche audience, we pay a little bit more money for a little bit more value. And that's one thing that you'll notice. is the more niche you get, the more expensive it is to maintain.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. Well, that's all we got really to report on this one. I think we've covered everything we need to cover with this, folks. Again, this has not been a beat-up Hasbro session. That's not what this is.
Absolutely not. It's a packaging session.
It's Hasbro, please, please, please do better. That's what we're asking you to do. We're asking you to step up and do better. And for the fans that we know you're trying to service, but you're not necessarily servicing the way that you should. So we love you. We love buying your product. We want to keep buying your product. Help us. Help you as a company. Protect our stuff. I think that's what we're saying.
Yeah, and we don't want to buy your product off of somebody else who bought your product, who is now selling your product to us because they no longer like the product.
Exactly. So, with that in mind,
Yeah.
for Larry, this is Jim. For me, this is Larry. We'll see you next time.
In the